Yesterday, there was an anti-Islamic protest that was held in Dearborn, Michigan, a town right here in the United States of America that has widely been taken over by Muslims. Every single one of my friends who went to report on this as independent journalists was attacked.
Get that camera out of my face or I'll take it from you, okay?
Now, it's really important to point out that in America, we have the freedom of religion. So what is the problem with the Muslim faith and people that want to promote the Muslim faith within our country?
Today, the answer is Islamism, a radical and often violent form of Islam. Like fascism and communism, Islamism is totalitarian in nature. The state controls everything. Also, like fascism and communism, Islamism is inherently expansionist. It always seeks to get bigger, cross borders, and bring as many peoples as possible under its control. And, like fascism and communism, many of Islamism's adherents are prepared to kill to achieve its aims. Those aims are antithetical to everything Western and other free societies stand for. Free speech, free enterprise, freedom to practice or not to practice any religion, freedom of assembly, a free press, and, of course, fundamental human and civil rights for all their citizens. Anyone who opposes Islamist expansionism is the enemy and must be destroyed. That, of course, includes the United States, all of Europe, and Israel.
As somebody who is completely committed to being America first, I support everybody's constitutional rights, whether it be freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, the Second Amendment, or freedom of religion. The problem with Islam is they are not coming here to assimilate with Western culture. They are coming here to dominate Western culture, and they do not believe in other people's rights.
I actually disavow the use of the term the melting pot. I actually don't like it.
For years now, we've been hearing reports that Dearborn, Michigan has been taken over by the Muslim community there. In today's video, I'm going to take you right on the ground and show you proof of what is actually going on, and also show you proof that the mainstream media is hiding it, lying, and covering it up. So buckle up, everyone, because this is going to be a wild one. Let's go. Whether it be the way that they oppress women, the way that they kill people from the LGBTQ community, or the way that they marry off children and do horrific things to them, starting at the age of 6 years old, just like their prophet Muhammad, I am violently in opposition to that.
If a Christian move to a Muslim country and freely and openly convert the people from Islam to to Christian?
Well, ideally, under Islamic law, no, you're not allowed to, because Christianity is false while Islam is the truth. You don't allow these harmful ideologies to infiltrate into our people.
The reason that my friends that are independent journalists went to Dearborn, Michigan and took to the streets to be able to document this for all of us is because the mainstream media lies to us from both sides. And this was no exception. In fact, I want you to see the narrative that Fox News spun about this whole situation and how different what they say and the reality that you can see with your own eyes, because these people went and put themselves in danger to bring it to you, actually is.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Roop Raj. We begin with a clash of religious and cultural views today in Dearborn. Fox 2 cameras were rolling as an alt-right group rallied to condemn Islam, only to be overwhelmed by a large group of Muslim activists determined to promote peace.
Does this look like they were peaceful to you?
Sir, why is he not welcome on a public sidewalk?
Get the camera out of my face. Get that camera out of my face or I'll take it from you, okay?
Phone right here. Is this his phone? Yeah. All right, guys, he just got pepper sprayed for attacking and assaulting someone. No, you're not gonna get your phone. Actually, you get it. Here you go. There we go. Yeah.
Cam simply asked those people why that man couldn't be there and have respectful discourse with them. They assaulted him. They pepper sprayed him. They broke his phone and they robbed $50 from his pocket. He had to be led back to a bus where he could flush his eyes.
Come on in. No! Disgusting fuck pepper spray. No! Why did pepper spray? What do you do?
Everybody back up. I got it. Flush his right there. That's okay.
Keep them close. Try not to rub them. All right.
And he immediately went to a police officer, pointed out the person who assaulted him, tried to press charges, and the cops told him there was nothing that they would do about it.
You will never find him again. The detective will not find him. I promise you, I've been in this situation before. You're never going to find him. He's masked head to toe. You will never find him again. Yeah, that is shitty police work. It's lazy. So you know that a crime happened, and you're going to let it slide because why? Then go arrest him.
On a side note though, why does the retard that violently attacked Cam remind me so much of this Antifa cartoon?
No marriage, no babies, no truth, no God, no happiness, no joy, no countries, no buildings, just rubble. I just want rubble and sadness. I want the sky to turn black. Black Lives Matter, turn the sky black. I want to see, I want to melt. I want to be a puddle of mud. No jobs. Quit your jobs. Destroy all of it.
Now, the person who organized this whole protest is Jake Lang. He is a January 6er from Florida who's running for Senate, and I will say that I genuinely enjoyed seeing him try to burn the Quran before he was violently attacked for burning his own property, and taking out bacon and slapping it against the Quran and waving it at the Muslims and saying, "The power of Christ compels thee." I don't agree with a lot of the racist stuff that this dude says.
I believe they're going to cancel the 6:30 City Hall meeting because everybody's chimping the fuck out. They're chimping the fuck out. I don't have bananas, chill out. I don't have bananas. This is not America. This is an insurgency. They are taking over our country.
Like, some of it is just way too far, and I don't get down like that. You guys know.
We will stand strong against these Islamic invaders. These jihadis will have to go. Christians in America, you need to stand up before your daughters are raped like the animals that they think we are. They call us kafirs. They hate us, and they want to destroy white people and Christian America. We will not allow it to happen.
He has the First Amendment constitutional right to say those things. And I stand up for everybody's free speech, even if I find some of the things that they say to be particularly abhorrent or I disagree with them. We all have that right. This is fucking America.
Why is he not welcome on the public sidewalk?
You are not welcome. Go!
Sir, or ma'am, why is he not welcome on the public sidewalk?
Fucking neo-Nazi!
Now, it was when Jake Lang whipped out that Quran and tried to burn it and was immediately attacked that things started getting much more volatile. Then when he whipped out the bacon, that seemed to really upset these people. And instead of dealing with it with words, they started attacking everyone that they could. There were multiple attacks throughout the entire day. They were swarmed, and the police did absolutely nothing. And in fact, there were people in my live stream who called the Dearborn PD and told them what was going on. And the Dearborn PD told them that they were not allowed to arrest any Muslims because it would upset the Muslims. I want you to think about that. We're not allowed to arrest violent criminals that are attacking people because it might upset more violent criminals. So then people in my live stream called the state police, and the state police were told that they were specifically not allowed to respond to anyone in Dearborn unless the Dearborn PD called them directly to respond. This is not how things are supposed to work in the United States of America.
What is the legally recognized reason for arresting this man? What's the probable cause? What is the probable cause? Name and badge number. Name and badge number. They won't arrest a single Muslim. There's been multiple attacks, but of course they'll arrest somebody on the other side immediately.
So as you can see, going out into these types of situations, or even just existing on the streets of the United States of America these days, can get hectic really quick. And you might be put in a position where you feel the need to defend yourself, and then you could end up facing charges just for defending yourself. And that's why I work with Attorneys on Retainer. Attorneys on Retainer is nationwide coverage. You pay $35 a month. And if you catch a charge for defending yourself, whether that be using your hands or something else, they will come to your defense quickly, like immediately. Like, you can get on the phone while you're being arrested and you can tell them, "I want to talk to my lawyer," and they will have someone there 24 hours a day to guide you through that process. And when you get to court, you're going to go with the full legal team. Now, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to hire somebody to represent you in your local area. And then a team of their attorneys is going to hit the ground running to be there with you in court to walk you through every step of the way. Imagine that you have to defend yourself, and then when you go into court, you have a full legal team like Diddy or Young Thug. Multiple professionals working on different angles to make sure that you get a fair shake in your trial for defending yourself. And they only cover self-defense. This is what they specialize in. These are the absolute best of the best at what they do, in my personal opinion. And that's why I personally have both me and my wife Jax covered under attorneys on retainer. And there's going to be a link in the bio and the pinned comment for you to be able to get with them yourself to make sure that you and your loved ones are covered. Because you don't want to find out too late that you're going to catch charges for defending yourself, and you never know what might go down. What's particularly eerie about what's going on in Dearborn, Michigan is how it mirrors the beginnings of what went on in the UK, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and Australia. And I want to point out a particular friend of mine who was just arrested for charges of terrorism for speaking out against Muslims. He goes by the Scottish Korean.
Terrorism, Schedule 7. But what did you actually do for them to suspect that? They said it was my social media post.
So I'm speaking to the latest Islamic rape victim. How are you doing? How was it? Yeah, it was awful. Did they go for your anus? Islamist men don't seem to understand the difference between a child and a wife. But also, lately, they've been misunderstanding the difference between a goat and a wife. Akbar, leave the anus of a goat alone.
And you might have seen him doing interviews with bacon on both sides of his shoulders. In fact, the reporter who interviewed him from Australia, from Sky News, was actually fired for platforming him and allowing him to speak his mind freely while having bacon on his shoulders and calling it terrorist repellent. Because Muslims hate pork.
There's only one culture that pours acid on women's faces.
Eating bacon reduces the chances of you wanting a goat by 100%. So I had to give them all my passwords for my phone, all my passwords for my social media, all my laptop. They've taken all my phones, laptop, everything. I was saying the truth. Prophet Muhammad slept with a 9-year-old and married a 6-year-old, which makes him a pedophile. So that's what I was saying. And now I'm getting investigated for terrorism.
And that is far from an isolated incident. If you look at what happened to my friend Tommy Robinson, who was charged with terrorism for speaking out about the Muslim gangs that are going around and raping women and children in the streets, they wanted to give him life in prison for speaking out against what was happening to women and children in his own country. But he beat those fucking charges because he is a patriot and he was not in the wrong.
Just before, as I'm walking out of court, Elon Musk, I'm forever grateful. If you didn't step in and fund my legal fight for this, then I'd probably be in jail. So today, free speech won. In our fight back, the judge gave a damning verdict against them and against their unlawful and their targeted harassment. So thank you, Elon, from me, yeah, personally, thank you.
Now, this whole situation turned into a violent, chaotic shit show, with my friends being repeatedly attacked as they were reporting. Nick Shirley was attacked, Cam Higbee was attacked, Jake Lang was attacked, many others were attacked on their way to walk from where the march started to City Hall to sit in on a city council meeting so that they could be heard about their concerns about the growing Muslim population, which is now over 55% of Dearborn, Michigan. Unfortunately, the mayor of Dearborn and many of the city council members in Dearborn are Muslim themselves, and they weren't received very well. And eventually things got so insane and so violent that the police had to bring in barricades and barricade in the protesters against the Islamic regime in Dearborn, Michigan.
I don't want to get close to you. I don't trust you.
We are deep in the
They're talking about hanging me now.
This bought them time to be able to get them into City Hall so that they could speak, where the City Hall members absolutely filibustered and didn't let any of these protesters speak until the very end. But when they did speak, things got pretty heated really quick.
Here, fought and died for our posterity, for white Americans. Amen. And we're being driven out. You come here and you marry 4 or 5 women and you outbreed us. You change the laws. You make all of our country look like the places that you fled from. We don't want you here. Respectfully, get the fuck out of my country. I don't want you here. Get out of here. I don't want you here. I don't want you here.
After this city hall meeting, they had to be escorted back to their bus by the police, and their bus had to be checked for explosives for very obvious reasons. This is the United States of America. The fact that their bus had to be checked for explosives before they could get in and start it is absolutely insane, and it's fucking unacceptable.
They're literally threatening to kill us inside the meeting. Yes. I would walk by and they'd say, "We're gonna Charlie Kirk you," when I was going to the bathroom. Not even kidding.
At the end of the day, immigration without assimilation is an invasion. And these people are not here to assimilate. They are here to dominate, just like they've been doing in the UK, in Ireland, in Scotland, in Wales, and they're starting to in Australia, and it's even happening in Canada now. Islam is not a religion of peace. They're a religion that lies and projects peace until they have the numbers to take over and dominate. That's what they've done classically throughout history. And if you're not educated historically on how this religion works, then this is gonna sound really bizarre and extreme to you. These are fucking extremists, dog. And if we let this happen in our country, we will regret it. America will fall. So after seeing this, I want to know, do you think that what is going on in Dearborn, Michigan is a danger and a risk to our culture, our country, and our way of life, or not? Let me know down in the comments, and until the next one, it's always one love, baby. Be good or be good at it.